podcast script exploring the seasons. Hello, and welcome back to Learning English with Hal, the podcast where we dive into fun topics and help you improve your English. I'm your host, Hal, and today we're talking about something that affects all of us, no matter where we live: seasons. Seasons change every few months, bringing new weather, activities, and traditions. Today, let's explore each season, some common vocabulary you'll hear, and why people look forward to different times of the year. All right, let's dive right in. First off, what are the seasons? In many places, there are 4 main seasons: spring, summer, fall, and winter. Of course, depending on where you live, you might experience each season differently. Some places only have 2 seasons, a dry season and a rainy season, but today we'll focus on the traditional 4-season cycle: spring. So let's start with spring. Spring usually begins around March and goes through May in the Northern Hemisphere. It's a time when temperatures start to warm up after the cold winter months. One of the main signs of spring is that flowers begin to bloom and trees start to grow new leaves. You might hear words like blossom, which means the flowers on trees or plants. Many people think of spring as a season of new beginnings or fresh starts. In spring, it's common to see activities like picnics in parks, gardening, or even a spring clean. That's when people clean their homes from top to bottom, often clearing out old or unused items. You might hear the phrase spring fever too, which means that people feel extra energetic or restless. It's like they're ready to get outside and enjoy the fresh air. Summer. Next comes summer, usually lasting from June to August. Summer is often the hottest time of the year, and it's a season full of energy, vacations, and outdoor fun. Many people love summer because it's time for beaches, barbecues, and festivals. You'll hear words like sunbathing, which means lying in the sun, and heat wave, which is when the weather gets extremely hot. Summer is also a popular time for family vacations, as many schools have a break during this season. People travel to enjoy places like the beach or the mountains. You might also hear about the dog days of summer. This term comes from ancient times, and it refers to the hottest days of the year, usually at the end of July or the beginning of August. Fall. After summer, we have fall, also called autumn. Fall usually runs from September to November, and it's known for cooler temperatures and beautiful changing leaves. The leaves on trees turn red, orange, and yellow before they eventually fall off. That's actually how the season got its name: fall. Fall is often linked to harvest time, especially for crops like apples and pumpkins. You might hear people talk about pumpkin spice. That's a popular flavor during the fall, especially in coffee. In many countries, fall is also when children go back to school, so it can be a time of getting back to routines. It's a cozy season, with people often enjoying activities like hiking, wearing warm sweaters, or even having a bonfire. That's a large outdoor fire where people gather and keep warm. Winter, last but not least, is winter. Winter usually goes from December to February, and it's often the coldest time of the year. For some people, winter means snow, ice, and holidays. You might hear words like snowflakes, which are tiny pieces of snow, or frost, a thin layer of ice that forms on surfaces in the cold. Winter is a time for activities like skiing, snowboarding, and building snowmen. It's also a popular season for celebrations, like Christmas, New Year's, and Lunar New Year in many parts of the world. Many people love winter because it brings festive times, cozy moments, and a slower pace. Some people also experience winter blues, which is a feeling of sadness or tiredness during the long, dark winter days. But if you stay cozy with hot drinks and warm clothes, winter can be a wonderful season to relax and enjoy quiet moments. Closing. So that wraps up our journey through the seasons. Each season brings something special, whether it's new growth in spring, sunny fun in summer, cozy moments in fall, or festive times in winter. I hope this helped you learn more about how people in English-speaking countries think and talk about the seasons. Try practicing with new vocabulary and maybe think about what season you like the best and why. Thanks so much for joining me on Learning English with Hal. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to tune in for more conversations that make learning English fun and useful. Until next time, enjoy whatever season you're in and keep practicing. Goodbye.